Welcome back to another market analysis video. We're going to be going over all of the pairs today. The last video that I did was yesterday, Saturday the 15th, where I went over my top 4 trades for the next week, which were Euro AUD, Euro JPY, GBP JPY, and USD CAD. In this video we'll be going over all of the other pairs that I didn't cover in that one. If you want to have a look at the trades that I'll be having a look at next week, head over to that video and you can see all of the pairs there, or go over to the blog where I cover all the trades there as well. So the first one that we're having a look at is Euro CAD. As you can see, that was a previous trade. Let me get rid of that. So we've come down out of this level here, so we're in consolidation for a bit, and we've just broken that area now. I'm having a look at this area next. So that's quite a big distance, so there could be a couple of trades in there, depending on what happens on next week. They got a little bit of consolidation going on. Let me go on to a lower time frame. So if we break out of here, I could enter short, or if we get a pullback to like around here, I'll be entering short as well. That would be an ideal one, because enter there, stop loss can be just above here, give it a bit of room, and then you can put your stop loss, no, your take profit I mean, at that level that I just pointed out down here, which is a pretty good trade when you're having a look at the risk to reward. What is it? 12 to 1, so it's quite a tight stop loss. So you might want to push that a little bit higher just to give yourself a bit more room, and you're still getting a 9.6 to 1 reward to risk ratio, which is pretty good for trades. I don't normally look at trades that are that good, so if that comes off, then happy days. This is the next one. This looks like it's probably going to break through this level, but looking at it again, you've got this one here, you've got these where it's come down strong like this and it's just reversed up. But considering that we've hit this area a few times, I'll be looking at drawing a zone here and getting into a short on a retrace of that zone. Let me zoom in here. So let's put a Fibonacci on here. So if price comes up to this area here, that could be quite a nice short. Let me block a zone in there. Perfect trade. So if price comes up here, enter short. Stop loss above the high. And then bang, there we go. Nice simple trade. Looks pretty good. But that is contingent on price actually moving higher on the Monday and Tuesday. I normally won't trade a Monday, but if price comes up here on the Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll be looking to take a short on that. Euro NZD. Could be a nice trade if we... might actually be like a trend line in here somewhere. I don't normally trade trend lines, but trend line, if we can come down and break it, then that could be a nice trade if you're a breakout trader. Let's have a look at the overall trend. Yeah, so I'm having a look at a short bias on this, to be honest. So if price comes down and breaks this area here, then I'll be looking at getting in short. But there could be a zone right here where price will bounce. So if we put a fib on, oh, wrong way. So let me just put it like that. So if price comes up to about here, then I'll be looking to get into a short. So short position in there, stop loss above the high. Quite a large stop loss, to be honest, considering this is on the weekly. Quite a big stop loss. And then you can ride it down to wherever you want to go. I mean, it's not a great risk to reward if you've got a stop loss this big, so maybe you'd want to put it here. but you might get tagged out, so that's a riskier trade. But then if price actually just comes down and breaks this area here and we get like a little retest, so let me zoom in a bit. So if we come down to the area, come down about here, come up, we can get in short again. That's probably going to be in the next, not next week, but the week after. Just because if you're having a look at the weekly chart, you've got to get price to come down through this area here and then retest and then drop. So it could be quite a while. Euro USD, probably looking at a short on this. If we can get a little bit of a pullback, let's put a fib on here. Say that's the low. Probably won't be a low, but let's just say it is. This could be a nice area. So right there. In that zone. Get in short here. Enter. Stop loss above the high. Take profit down here. Yeah, nice trade. That could be quite a nice trade considering you're in a massive downtrend at the moment, and also we've had quite a big extension down, so you would be expecting a pullback of some kind. It could just come back up to here, and then you could get in short there as well, depending on what your strategy is. Could be a nice trade. GBP AUD. I'll be looking at a retest on here because of this zone here, and we've got a bounce here, and we've had a bounce here last week, or the week before I should say. So if price can come up here and tag it again, then I might be looking for a short trade, but it's quite a risky trade, so probably have quite a tight stop loss. But I mean, yeah, risk minimal on that because you've got, there's not really, it's not a clean zone because you've got this zone here, it's come down, come straight through it, didn't even pause, came up, came straight through it, didn't even pause, and went straight back down through it and didn't even pause again. The only touch that we've had is this actual touch a few weeks ago, which is really clean. So it could just spike straight through, so I'd risk minimal on that if I were you. GBP NZD, this could be a better trade because we've had multiple touches, so if price can come up to that zone again, be nice short. Getting stop loss above the high, very nice trade. Yeah, so that could be a trade that could happen next week. Again, I'd probably enter minimal risk on that, but still a nice trade for next week if you're looking to trade. GBP NZD, no, GBP USD, sorry. I'm not really sure on that, to be honest, because let me delete that. Probably be looking at a short position. Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. I'm not really looking to trade that at the moment. Maybe if we can get a push up here, then I'd be taking a short position. But other than that, I'm not really looking at trading, to be honest. And that's maybe even 2 months in the future. That USD JPY, there was a short position on here, but I got tagged out of it. So where is it? So I got in over here, I think, or here. Price came up, I was still in it. And when it came down here, I moved my stop loss to entry, which was here, and I just got tagged out of it there. There could be another trade on here, depending on what price does, but not sure because it's not dropping from that zone as fast as I'd like. But we'll see what happens next week. It could still be quite a nice trade because we've had a nice wick here. Nice candle. I don't really trade candles, candlestick patterns, but it's it looks like quite a nice candle to be going short on because we've got one right here, which is nice. Bang, straight down. So could enter at market, have a large stop loss, and yeah, it could be quite a nice trade for next week. They're all of the trades that I'm having a look at. Again, if you want to have a look at the other trades that the better trades that I'm having a look at next week, the ones that could actually, you can head over to the video that I did yesterday and have a look at that, and remember to like and subscribe. Let me know if you're in any of these trades by commenting below. It's always good to hear what you guys are doing. I know that a lot of people are short on USD CAD and USD JPY, so it'll be good to hear what you guys are doing. So yeah, I'll see you next week and have a good week trading.